offense. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Drake. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. On 3rd down, Cook. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run with Cook. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Check 50, check 50.
Hey, flipper. We're going.
2nd down and goal. Cousins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. This from 54 yards away. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Now Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Play action now. Cousins. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's second down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
On second down, Cousins again. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because, you know, the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it, just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him. Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely to start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Here's Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. This time they stay on the ground, and they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a give running right. It's Cook. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Peek in.
Now a handoff here to his running back. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Madison running on first down. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
On first down, it's Cook. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get...
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Mike 51. Here we go.
Click.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey.
Following the interception, Cousins.
Here we go. Let's bring it.
Flush to his right.
Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
Hey, watch the leg. Kill.
They run it again with Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This a 33-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick. Right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Watch the edge.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now Murray. Funches has it complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. 1st down, Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
58, right there. Rip left. Kill.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Murray now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second.
Cook stripped, the ball's out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the play. Murray now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from the 20 as his guys are able to pull a bit closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, Cook. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
I got one. Check nickel.
Working 50. Go ahead. Wait, time.
51, Mike, 51.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Bang! Hey, can! Bang, bang!
Check, 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 check.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Where's that? Where's the hot?
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. The Vikings send out their punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Now it's Peterson. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
At the 33-yard line.
The hot! 180!
51. Stop your whining.
The hot!
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rock.